Alright, today we're having a look at Skydream by SaikizDGN. Alright, so here we are in Skydream by SaikizDGN, and I am a total sucker for floating islands type levels. This looks like it's going to deliver for us. It is an LBP 2 slice of hopeful goodness. We're still early on in it. A little bit sparse as far as decorations. I don't think that's a terrible thing, but it is something to note as far, environmentally speaking, it does feel a little bit sparse. Nice use of texturing here though, I appreciate that decoration. Now, I bet that's a hazard. That looks like it's something that's going to kill us, and I would like to not die, so we are going to do our best to not do that. Can I grab on these? I cannot. That's okay. I don't need to be able to grab on them, but I also really love this water material. I'm a big fan of the materials from the move pack. I think they are solid on. That's kind of cool. Wasn't expecting it, but you can see the Attractogel. Thank you. That's what that's called. The Attractogel fuzz, I suppose we could call it. Oh, right. Yeah, that's one use of a wormhole. Nothing too major going on here. Nothing really negative, to be honest, but also doesn't really feel like it's stretching very much as far as gameplay. It doesn't have to. It can be a nice chill level. It's nice to have a good chill level every now and then. But it does leave me a little bit bereft of things to say. It is here, and I'm enjoying it. Wait, the ground is grabbable. The ground is grabbable. I wish I hadn't squished that fish, but excuse us? Why did we die there? We did the trick that shows up in every LBP2 level, but Axel! That, I mean, did it need to go that hard? Maybe not. That's okay, it's okay. We died, and it's okay to die sometimes. Can't always have 100%. Oh, okay. I get it. I get what they want us to do. This is okay. It's not too hard. Ah! It shouldn't be too hard, but I'm definitely gotta do the double jump. That is awkward. Awkward. Okay, bounce down. Crumbs. I've only got 18 seconds left. Okay, we're gonna get to the... We're gonna get past this, and then we're gonna have to go back to the hub. There we go. Why was that so difficult? I mean, completely on me. Oh, we made it! Go us! Check it out. We're gonna talk about this back at the hub. We'll see you there. What was my score? 28? Not so bad. See you there. See yas! Alright, and we're back, and Skydream by SaikizDGN, and I'd say it's a soft yellow square. There's really not enough going wrong with it to be an orange diamond, certainly not a red triangle, but as we said in the video, it's not a particularly ambitious level as far as either presentation or gameplay. To look at the things that it does right, and I do think even if the presentation isn't particularly ambitious, it is nice and bright and visually easy to track throughout the level. There's really nothing there that's gonna get you caught up or caught out, that is to say. Cameras, while the cameras are fairly dead on for the most part, they keep things nice and clear and in frame. There's nothing hidden to the side or anything like that. The materials go together well. There's nothing that's too visually busy, for example. Nothing that's really distracting. It all fits in with the theme and the environment of what's being done with this level, so I do appreciate that. I mean, the grappleable material is a little bit different, but it always is, because that's more of a gameplay element than it is really a environmental element, so there's that. The level itself is not particularly challenging, but that's fine. It doesn't always have to be a challenging level. It's very nice and cruisy throughout, even though she says, as she managed to get herself killed, multiple times in that level. There is one little difficulty spike there. We'll talk about that in a second, but really it's nothing that's going to trip up any new players. This will sound like a bit of a backhanded compliment, but it's short, and honestly, I appreciate shorter levels sometimes. It comes in at about 3 minutes. Get under that if you rush it a little bit, and you could certainly rush it. There's nothing that's going to trip you up there. And it's nice to sometimes have a bunch of levels that are just a couple of minutes long, that are a full experience in that time, that don't need to be like a 20-minute beast or even more, because we've certainly played levels like that on stream before. But yeah, just to be able to pop into this level, play it through to the end, and say, I did it. And it was nice. I appreciate that an awful lot. As far as the negatives, as I said, it's, you know, the level is just kind of there. There's not a lot of interaction with the environment. There's a little bit, but not really all that much. The level's very static. It doesn't move. It's a bit of a shame. I've talked about this before, but we've got these floating island type of levels, and making them just sway a little bit, go up and down to give a sense of movement, that they're buoyed in the air like that, I think can really help add to the visual presentation, and we really just don't see that on display here. The one bit that we got caught up on in the video section there, where you've got the Attractogel and you've got to kind of jump off the Attractogel, hit a bounce pad, and bounce back up to the Attractogel. And it's not an uncommon archetype for obstacle. We've seen that a lot of times. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with it this time, but it does kind of show that the Attractogel is a little bit wasted in this level. You only see it a couple of times, and it doesn't do much, and particularly with this type of obstacle, I would have liked to have seen more that kind of builds up to an obstacle like this before just kind of plopping it right into the middle of the level like that. So that did bring it down a little bit in my eyes. What's interesting is that the SaikizDGN account is actually a secondary account of a creator named Mr. Snake Boy. I don't know why he made the new account. I'm assuming it's a he. Mr. Snake Boy, it seems very blokey as a name, but I don't know why he made the new account. It seemed to point towards a YouTube speed art channel, but when I looked up that channel name, there were no videos in there, so lots of question marks on that. And I went and played one of the levels on the Mr. Snake Boy account, which was Beach Dreams, and it was very interesting because a number of elements and set pieces from Beach Dreams were actually lifted wholesale to be used in Skydream. Now, there's nothing wrong with that technique at all. It can speed up the level a little bit, or the level design, level creation a little bit, and if you've got elements that you can reuse, there's, you know, go ahead and reuse them, but there really wasn't much of any change done to them. The materials were the same. They fit in both levels, so that's not really an issue, but it certainly stood out to me. Probably because I did play them back to back. I ended up liking Beach Dreams a little bit more. It's got a bit more ambition to it. It does have a unnecessary level link in the middle. Both sections of it are very, very short, and it reminded me of the wormhole in Skydream, which also seemed to be kind of unnecessary and just there, but you know, that happens sometimes. Maybe they were checking off a box. I don't remember if there were any like pins that required using a wormhole in the level, or if there were any trophies that required using a level link in a level. There may have been. I could go check, but I'm probably not going to do it. Both of the levels were fun. I can recommend both of them, but I could also say don't set your bar too high on these levels. Don't expect too much going into them. Just a nice, chill, quick experience, and that's what you're going to get out of it. And I do appreciate them. SaikizDGN, thank you very much for putting these levels together and bringing them to the community. I do appreciate it an awful lot. But that pretty much does it here for us this go about. So, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.